It is 10:30 p.m. You are finally resting. Closed your laptop, dimmed your lights, halfway through a conversation with your family. Suddenly, your phone buzzes. It's an email from your manager marked as high priority. Your heart rate spikes. You know, if you don't reply, you will be regarded as unprofessional. And if you do reply, your night is over. Well, you are not alone. Across India, employees are feeling trapped in an always available work culture. Stress and anxiety, blurred boundaries have become new normal. There is an invisible leash that keeps you tethered to your desk even after you have clocked out. For years, India has celebrated the hustle culture, but now this celebration has hit a wall. Stress, burnout, and a series of tragic workplace incidents have sparked a national conversation. The question is no longer how much can we work? It is there any point where we should stop? Welcome to the era of the right to disconnect. While the idea of right to disconnect has been discussed for years, but 2025 finally brought the idea formally on the floors of parliament. So, what it actually proposed? Firstly, the right to refuse. This is not a suggestion. This is a legal protection that allow employees to ignore work-related calls or emails after the designated working hours without facing bad consequences. Secondly, it proposes creation of an employees welfare authority. This body will act as a watchdog which will ensure companies do not pay just lip service to employees' work-life balance. The interesting part is companies will be fined up to 1% of their total remuneration cost for repeated violations. This is a massive shift for a country where staying late is often seen as a badge of honor. The bill actually proposed creation of state-funded counseling and digital detox centers to help employees from telepression, the psychological urge to check messages. Behind every legal claim to the right to disconnect are the names of those young Indians who lost their precious life to the hustle culture. 26 years old CA Anna Sebastian Peril worked more than 16 hours a day, lost her life due to cardiac arrest just 4 months after joining the firm. Sadaf Fatima, deputy vice president at a private bank, collapsed and lost her life due to cardiac arrest. She was under extreme pressure to meet aggressive targets. Tarun Saxena, area manager at a finance company, took his own life due to unbearable mental torture at workplace. Doipayan Bhattacharya, senior manager at an Indo-American firm in Kolkata, took his own life due to extreme mental pressure at workplace. This data is not just a HR statistic. They are a wake-up call that 70-hour work week is not just exhausting, this is becoming fatal. Many of India's most influential business leaders argue that work life balance is a Western concept. It is a privilege that a developing country like India cannot afford to have if it wants to become a superpower. But one must understand that a burnt out employee is more expensive than a disconnected one. Some forward thinking firms are already implementing blackout hours or silent weekends. Indian courts are increasingly linking the right to disconnect to the Article 21 of Constitution, the right to life. Life does not just mean existing, it means living with dignity and good health. In the landmark Puttaswamy case, the Supreme Court declared privacy as a fundamental right. We have seen high courts across India issue stern warning to employers. The message is clear. Administrative control does not grant 24/7 lease on anyone's soul. So, what is next? Maybe the bill is yet to become a law, but right to disconnect has already won the cultural war. The silence is finally being heard. The future of India is moving from culture of presence to culture of productivity. If this law passes, your phone may still buzz at 10:30 pm, but this time you will have the choice to read it later. What about you? Have you ever felt penalized for setting boundaries? Drop a comment below. I want to know your stories. You are watching Know Your Rights India.